Hello everyone, this is Bluebell and I'm here to read you a wonderful historical legend. Long live El Cid, my lord and champion. El Cid was a great Spanish warrior who lived from 1040 to 1099. His real name was Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, but his followers called him El Cid or El Mio Cid, Campeador, meaning my lord and champion. As a young boy, Rodrigo loved to ride and practice fighting with his sword and lance. Perhaps he dreamed of winning glorious battles against the Moors. Even when he was just 17, he was accompanied by his father to the court of the King Ferdinand. But en route, he came across the most peculiar thing. A leper he had saved from drowning blessed Rodrigo and predicted that one day he would become a strong and fearless leader whom no one could ever defeat in battle. Even after his death, it was prophesied that he would win a great victory. Of course, Rodrigo did grow up to become Castile's greatest champion, armed with his mighty sword, Tizone, and seated upon his strong, brave horse, Barbachi. He fought his way through many a battle against the Moors, finally driving them back to North Africa. El Cid's fame spread throughout the land, and he was held in awe by the Moors and Christians alike. They respected his fearlessness and his compassion for those that he conquered. These qualities, however, were not shared by one of his enemies, Yusuf, a cruel and ruthless empire from North Africa. Yusuf dreamt only about waging his own great and holy war in the name of Allah. He planned to conquer the whole of Christian Spain and convert his foes to the Muslim faith. Twice his armies crossed the sea and fought savage battles with the armies of Castile. Twice he retreated. In one of these battles, El Cid's son, Diego, was killed. By now, El Cid was the king of Valencia. He grieved deeply for the loss of his son, and he vowed to avenge his death. The next time Yusuf and his armies stormed the city of Valencia, El Cid and his army were waiting. After a violent battle, the invaders fled, leaving behind scores of dead and wounded. Even Yusuf narrowly escaped his death. The sword of El Cid was fatal, but it was a hollow victory. During the Battle of El Cid, he fell off his horse and he broke his shoulder. Infection set in and El Cid lapsed into a coma. Death claimed the mighty hero. As soon as Yusuf heard the news, he rallied around his armies, knowing that Valencia would never survive now. It would never survive another attack, not without El Cid. Rodrigo. So for over 100 days the people of Valencia withstood the siege, but supplies and morale were running low. It looked as if Yusuf could win. One morning, the hundreds and thousands of soldiers camped outside the castle walls. They saw the city gate had opened. Had Valencia surrendered at last? No. From the castle came the sound of many soldiers. At the helm was Barbachi, carrying her beloved master. El Cid had risen. A great wail rose from the terrified throats of the enemy. El Cid must be a mighty wizard. He had come back to life. Yusuf and his army turned and fled for their boats. The kings of Valencia did not pursue them triumphantly. They turned and led Barbachi and the strongly tied dead body of El Cid back inside the city. the leper's prophecy had come true. This was written by Margarette, Thomas-Cochrane. Thank you.